Hello there guys, it's Stephen here, back with another transfer target. I want to say thank you first for everyone who's subscribed and made it over 10,000. That is a big, huge landmark for me. I'm going to do something special for that, maybe some kind of Q&A, and I'll do a video saying where you can put all your questions and stuff if you want to do that. But thank you. Thank you to all the new subscribers. Thanks you to all the ones that have been there forever. Thanks to the ones that have been there only for a month or two. Thanks to you all, basically. You're all wonderful and you've made me very happy. It's been a good year so far and I'm enjoying this transfer window just because I get to read all your wonderful comments. So yeah, cheers for that everyone. It's really appreciated. But yeah, today we've got quite a few transfers coming up. A few a name I've never heard of before, which we'll go into a little bit, and a couple of outgoings too potentially. I want to run through a quick few rumours. Apparently Sevilla want Nolito and Navas. They could have him as far as I'm concerned. I think that's pretty much a given. Well, obviously Navas is left, but Nolito, just take him, lads. Please just take him, because he's bored of living in this cave, you know. His daughter's face and all that kind of stuff. And apparently Alexis Sanchez has been giving vague statements to the press over in his home country, where he's obviously playing some internationals at the moment. He said he's leaving to his agent to think about the future, but he's leaving to the club, which to me sounds like the vague words of a man who's kind of playing the game, so to speak. We'll see. But there are rumours that he's still interested in City, but there's no real news on that front, so I'm going to pass on that one for now for today, apart from that little tidbit of information. And also, if you've seen Otamendi cripple Jesus today in a Brazil-Argentina game, Otamendi, what are you doing? Just no, stop it. Stop fouling your own players. He's your teammate. It isn't good for morale if you're going to keep hacking people and elbowing people. And I know it's your game, but engage the grey matter between your ears. Sometimes it helps to just think a little bit, but he's broken a record. He's never going to get through to him, is it? And also, Edison has finally done that. Saga has come to an end. Go watch the reaction video, which will be appearing somewhere on screen right about now. But anyway, let's go on to the transfer target. And the first name is Alexandro. His name has reappeared in the press again. According to Tuttosport over in Italy, I will hedge just by saying they are kind of like the Italian Sun, according to some people. I don't know loads about them because I'm not Italian, I don't live over there, but they are seen as a tabloid, so take that with a pinch of salt. It could be, in my opinion, that City maybe are kind of expressing this interest again to put pressure on Mendy's camp, because obviously that one's gone a little bit quiet on that front. The Italian press is saying it would be a 60 to 70 million euro fee. If we did actually sign him, I'd be very for this. I think Alexandro's a phenomenal player. Arguably the best left back in the world at the moment. It's him or Marcelo. I think he'd be brilliant. I think it's Dani Alves, basically. He's the closest thing we've got to him as a left-back. So I would love to see that happen, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think he'd be worth the money as well. I think if he's going to improve the team that much, then I would personally do it. Do I think it'll happen? No, I don't. I don't think it'll happen at all. I think that's a lot of speculation based on pursuing other targets. I think people are playing games there. I think maybe his agent's playing a game. I think City are playing games with other targets. I think mainly we're probably just being misled by the papers a little bit, because it's quite exciting news when you see a big bid allegedly lined up. But the one man that could be actually happening, and maybe this is part of the plan too, is Ryan Bertrand. He's a new name for the transfer target, and he's another very good left back, an English one, a homegrown left back too. This kind of came out of nowhere recently. Apparently we're after him and Mendy. We want two new fullbacks. How much he would like to be part of a rotation system, I don't know. But what I do know is still vastly better than what we've had at left back in a long time. He statistically outperforms our fullbacks, as does Kyle Walker and Mendy and Sandro, in an attacking sense by a long way than the ones we've had recently. He's better going forward, he's better at dribbling, better assists, better goal scoring record, better crosses. Across the board, he's a better player, a much better player than Clichy. Does he have that sparkle, that magic to kind of offer a little bit of excitement? I don't know. I really honestly don't know if he does or not. But what I do know is if he comes Ryan Bertrand, he's good. He's a good fullback, and I would give that my blessing personally. I think there's something in this. I think we'll have to wait to see how it develops, because I think Bertrand would jump at the chance to be City's first choice left back if the opportunity arose. And a new name that I have never heard before, I'll be totally honest, and I've already forgotten what he's called. It's Hirving Lozano. Yeah, we all love Hirving Lozano. He's been bigging him up for years. No, I've never heard of him, I'll be honest. He's a Mexican wonder kid. And aren't they all wonder kids above a certain age, or below a certain age even? But yeah, we've been linked to him, and apparently quite dramatically. Univision, a local TV outlet over there in South America, said that he'd signed for Manchester City. Then he was quizzed on it after the game, and he was like, I have no idea anything about this at all. He said he has to talk to the director, but he seemed genuinely shocked when he told that he'd signed for City, but then said, well, I would love to sign for Manchester City. And then the thing is, apparently, he's then going on loan to PSV if that happens. He's 21 years old. He's the same age as Sane. He's older than Jesus. Sterling's a similar age. We've bought Bernardo Silva. I don't think we're buying him to play for Manchester City, if I'm being totally honest, if this does happen. It strikes me as an Anal kind of sign that we'll sign someone. He's immediately going up on loan to PSV, allegedly. We'll sign him, and then we'll sell him for hopefully a bit of profit. I don't know the fees that have been rumoured, but we've watched some videos as well online. To me, he looks good. He's a good little player, a nippy, skillful winger, which we don't exactly lack, if we're being totally honest. He actually reminds me a little bit of Paulo Fernandes, one of our EDS lads. I just can't see this being something to get excited about, because I think this will be one of those players that we might sign if we do, and we'll probably never see in a City shirt. I know that sounds pessimistic, but yeah, a Mexican wonder kid. So let's keep an eye on that one and see how it develops. On to the outs, and this is very goalkeeper-centric. Angus Gunn has confirmed a season-long loan at Norwich, and I am delighted by this. Angus has been chomping at the bit of a first-team football now in ages, and Norwich are a good club with great connections to his family, given his father is a bit of a legend there, a cult hero amongst Norwich City fans. And Angus is going to play at Championship level now. Hopefully, he can see his reputation, which he already has a strong reputation for England 21s, enhanced further of a full season of professional football, and maybe one day he can come back as a potential challenger for the #1 role at Manchester City. Angus, if you're watching, you're probably not, let's be honest. Good luck. You're a fantastic keeper. You're a great lad by all accounts. And go and prove some people how good you actually are over there. That one's a confirmed one, and I hope he excels in the Championship. The second one is another outgoing loan, potentially. Alex Garcia is apparently going to join Girona, who have been promoted to La Liga for the season. And we all like Alex Garcia. I really like him. I think he's a wonderfully gifted #6, great passer, very composed. He's got a very big future in the game. But I do struggle to see how he's doing minutes next season. He would need more minutes to improve to a level to be considered for Manchester City. And I think he probably knows he probably won't get that, given the competition for places, given the expectation on Guardiola this season. I don't think it looks good for game time for him next season. So I think a loan to Girona, where hopefully he'll be playing week in, week out against the likes of Barcelona, Madrid, Sevilla, Atletico. Went a bit Spanish, I didn't know that. Yeah, but playing against those teams week in, week out would be fantastic for him in a very good league. And there's other rumours that someone like Ibrahim could be joining there, maybe potentially. Maffeo might go back. But Alex Garcia to Girona, that would have my thumbs up, because I think he'd do very well over there. And Claudio Bravo as well has also been linked to a loan move to Marco Bielsa, his new team, Lille. That would be very strange. If we loan him out, we have no literal #1. He's our #1 on the terms of the shirt. And we have no backup for Ederson. That seems risky. Angus Gunn's gone on loan. Would have no Caballero anymore, obviously. We'd have no Bravo, which would leave Danny Grimshaw and someone like Aro Moric, the under-18s keeper, which is probably a bit too much for those young lads to be #2 at this stage, even though I do like both players. And maybe we could try and bring someone in like a Valdez or something like that, but I don't see this happening personally. I think it's probably the press getting carried away there. I'd be very surprised if City were willing to let him go so quickly, given the precarious situation that puts us in potentially. Anyway, guys, that is the end of the transfer target. What do you make of all of those rumours, and who would you like to see come to City? Go and check out the Ederson reaction video. Once again, thank you to all the patrons who've been pledging and keeping this channel afloat. Your heroes. If you want to check that out, links in the description, all that kind of stuff. And cheers, everyone. I'm going away this weekend with Nicola to get my head clear. Going for a Peak District. It's going to be lovely. I'll try and do a little video if I get time to, but otherwise, see you later. Subscribe, big like, and I'll see you next time.